Hello guys, my name is Pascal Ago. You are welcome today. Sorry, I'm a bit late, about 5 minutes late. Uh, but it's due to something I couldn't really control myself. Most of the times, what I do is after setting up, and you are like, okay, you can't, you cannot go live and start testing things. You understand? There is no testing the microphone when it comes to going live on YouTube. So my apologies, please, for the 5 minutes late. My apologies. Even as you can see, I'm still plugging in the microphone. So I still have to plug it in. So it will be clearer for you. I believe you should be hearing me very well by now. Welcome, Mr. Akorede Integrity. Sorry for keeping you waiting. Mr. Osvaldo Brown, thank you. You're welcome, guys. You're welcome. So we've been off for a couple of days. Yeah, it's been because of things that I had to handle. You understand? They say when you actually get to gain ground first, it is when you get to the ground that you tend to bring a mat to put on it. You understand? So you can't not have a ground and then you intend on putting a mat. I mean, where are you going to put that? Will it be on the air? So you have to secure the ground first before you talk about uh, going for the mat or for the bed. Hello, Sadiq. You're welcome. Osvaldo, Sadiq, Corridor Integrity. You guys are welcome. You guys are welcome. So, without wasting much of our time, please, but before I continue, welcome to the channel. If you are not subscribed, click on the subscribe button. Just click on it, and then we always make a video every 4 o'clock, 4 p.m. every day. Sometimes we start by 4:30, depending on the schedules, on my schedules actually, guys. Another thing is this video that we are actually doing now will be available online on my channel. So anytime you can always come back and watch it. So we are here. Hello, Mr. Dollars. Welcome. This is Dollars blog. So anything you want to ask me, ask about it. Please, I beg of you, try to share this link, the link to this video. Try to share this link to your YouTube, to your WhatsApp groups, to your friends, anybody you want to join, anybody who wants to ask a question. Like I said, I'm always here with my pen and paper. I'm always here with my pen and paper. And of course, I have what? Hello, Frank. You're welcome, Frank Iso. And I always have things that I've written down. As you can see here, I've always written down things that I will talk to you about. But mainly, I am here to answer your questions. And for the ones that I cannot answer immediately, I have my pen and paper and I put it down. So, if you want to know about maybe reduction of overstays, go and check on our previous lives that we did. Go and check. Hello, Florencio Femi, you're welcome. Imona Lucky, you're welcome. So, check our previous videos. Look at the title. Try to watch the videos. You understand the situation so far. Excuse me, the situation so far. So we normally come up and then answer your questions. So what I want you to know is this: I am here to answer your questions. Write down any question that you have, and then I will tend to answer it immediately. For the ones that I cannot answer, I put them down and then make a research and come back to you later. Like I said, I either answer you directly under the comment section, or you wait for the next video. You understand? Which will be the next day on the 4th. Sorry, by 4 p.m. or 4:30, depending on when we schedule for our live. So that being said, I have my things here. Since I've not seen any question, until I see any question, that is when I'm going to stop and then answer the question. So ask me any question concerning the visa you're coming here. If you need to know anything about coming here or anything you need to know about traveling out to any country, you understand, whether it is possible or not, the transportations, the flights, and then the conditions for jobs here, conditions for jobs. So let me know whatever you think. Welcome, Didi. Didi, you're welcome. Nice to have you guys here. So please share this link so that people will join us so they can get to learn what we are talking about. So on this particular day, for the things that I put down this, people have been asking questions about Dubai reduction for overstay. Dubai reduction for overstay. Now I will tell you this. Dubai has been having a reduction of overstay for a long time. For a long time. Now, the first thing, look at how it is always done. In case you have someone that can go for it for you, the first step is always to send your scanned copy. Make sure it is clear. Scanned copy of your international passport and scanned copy of the visa, the particular visa that you overstayed on. That is the last visa you had. The scanned copy. You send it to the person that is going to help you check. At least let them check. Let them check. Mr. Sadiq, that is a very ambiguous question. How much it will cost in total? Okay, Mr. Sadiq, I will just answer you. It will cost you, I will tell you in Naira, it will cost you, it will cost you 800,000. Mr. Sadiq, it will cost you 800,000. Let me just answer you the way you actually asked the question. If I want to answer it like that, that is what I will answer you, Mr. Sadiq. But then let me give you a range. Let's be serious. I'll give you a range. Keep between, if you're coming on a tourist visa, you just keep between 800,000 and about almost a million for you to come out here. I'm talking about your visa for coming, your money for flight ticket, which is going to be a return ticket. That's a two-way ticket. And of course, you are going to come inside here and you're still going to stay. You're going to rent at least 1 month before you get a job. And then you hold something for transportation and hold something in case you don't get a job on time. You understand? So we need to tell you that. I need to tell you that it's not always juicy the way we actually think it always. You understand? So you have to put all those things in check. You need transportation for going to whichever time or place you have an interview. You also need, if you guys are not hearing me, please, if you can hear me, please let me know so I can do something about the audio in case. So those are the things you need to have money for. You understand? But if it is for visa and your flight ticket, I would say keep between 600,000 to 700,000. 700,000 can take care of everything for both visa and flight ticket. Now it depends on when you're flying. For the flight ticket, it depends on when you're flying, and it depends on the particular air company or the particular flight you're using, the flight company you're using. You understand? So it depends on that. That determines how much you are going to pay on your ticket, on your flight ticket. So that's it. That's what I have for you for that. Aside that, chat me up on my Sadiq. I believe you already know my my Facebook messenger name. Just chat me up and then we'll talk about that. We are working towards seeing so many people suggested that we should open a page on Facebook. So I might be doing that soon. So we get to, I told them we can't give our full videos on Facebook, but we might actually get to be doing a cut. We cut short of the videos and tell you the vital things, then give you a link and divert you to YouTube so you can get to. I'm already doing that on my personal profile. If you want any of my video links, you can see it on Facebook, on my Facebook page. On my personal Facebook page, I update it just like the normal daily news or daily feed on Facebook. So when you click on any of them, when you see any of them, click on them and then Once you're interested in it, you watch the video on YouTube. Frank Iso, he said, can I go to Qatar from Dubai or must I go back to Africa to exit? No, Frank, you can go from Qatar to Dubai. Guys, you can travel from here. You can travel from here to any other country you want to, as far as you have secured the particular visit visa for that particular country. You can go from here to any, except on very few cases. Some countries actually have some funny travel preparations or arrangements. You understand? So it's on very rare cases that you have to go back home before you can travel. You understand? So, but for everything to be easier for you when you come here, if you can secure your visa, your permanent residence here, it will be way easier for you to travel. I'm not saying it is not possible. It is very possible for you to travel even on tourist visa from here, as far as you have a tourist visa or visit visa of that particular country. Yes, you can. Mr. Frank, you can travel from here to Qatar. Everything is your money. Right now, they are even recruiting for Qatar because of the 2022. I think yeah, it's 2022, right? Can somebody concord to that? It's 2022 World Cup, right? It's holding in Qatar, right? I think that's it. So they are recruiting a whole lot of workers, cleaners, housekeeping agents, security, even volunteer workers and all that. Frank, so you good, bro? All good. We hear you loud and clear. Okay, thank you, Frank. We are hearing you clear. Thank you, Imona, Lucky. Thank you for Laurentia Femi. Can I ask my questions now? I'm going to work. You can ask, my brother. Ask your questions. Ask your questions. Just ask. I'm waiting for you. I will answer all your questions before I go back to what I have. I'll answer your question before I go back. Thank you, Frank Aiso. Yeah, World Cup. Yeah, the World Cup is holding in Qatar 2022. So there is going to be a whole lot of people have already started recruiting. Some agencies are already recruiting for people who work there, and even some people who worked in the expo just not concluded. It will end. Expo will end. The Expo 2020 in Dubai will end by next month, ending of March. So I think some of the companies will be diverting their workers over there too. I think they already are trying to get spots over there. And Mona Lucky, please, which is the most cheapest country to live and work as a Nigerian? My brother, aside the fact that we are having work permit issues here in the country, here in this country, this particular place would have been the cheapest, or rather the easiest place to actually get. First of all, their visa is easy to get. I'm not saying it's cheap, but it's easy to get. But compared to some others, it's way cheap too. You understand? So it's easy to get, and secondly, it's easier. Even at this particular juncture, it's easier to see a job and get a job. Yes, compared to where we are coming from, compared to back home, it's easier to get a job here, and if you equally have the money and stuff like that, it's easier to set up a business once you know your way around and you have people who can advise you on things. It's easier to set a business. Just make sure you choose the right business to set up and the right place to set it up. You can equally get things from here and then export, send them back home. You understand? So those are the kind of things. If you want more, I made a video of the businesses you can do. Go to my channel, videos, you see the businesses you can do. This 2022, I made a video on that, so you can check on that. So thank you guys. Dubai is by way far the cheapest country you can actually stay in. It's cheap and it's safe too. It is safe. It is safe. First 5 countries in the world that are safe. UAE is among, or Dubai as you know it. You're welcome, Mr. Iso. Welcome. Which is the most cheapest country to study in Europe? My brother, there is no country that is the cheapest. What I believe you should look for or go for is a country that can give you a scholarship, that has schools that offer scholarship, or maybe they give about 50% scholarship or 50% deduction on. Hello, Alison Takang. Welcome, Mr. Takang or Miss Takang. Sorry, I keep Miss. I think it's Miss. Welcome, Alison. So what you just have to do would be to check for the schools online that have either full sponsorship or 50% sponsorship or scholarship to their students. Then you can actually apply for those. Google it. You find one. You can find one. I think they are about, at the moment, there are some, even in UK, you have some. But I would advise, if you want to go, try places like Luxembourg, yes. Try Poland. Try Italy. They have schools that actually can give you free. Even some schools in some colleges in USA actually do that. So try any of these. Google it and then put the name of the country you are interested in. It will bring you. Google will bring you a list, and then you read about it and then on how to apply. That's it. So, Mr. Florenshaw, let's go to your question. Mr. Florenshaw Femi, you said, can I travel with visit visa to Europe country from Dubai? And is it advisable to bring my wife to Dubai when I'm on visit visa? Mr. Florenshaw, before now, I used to think, and I used to, before I asked a question, I mean, I actually inquire on make research on all these things. You understand? And so I am equally connected to the people who are into these fields for travels and all that. So before, I used to say, you must get your residency before you travel to this country, but I was made to understand that you can equally travel from here even when you're on visit visa. But then there is a catch. How long visit visa do they normally give you here? Yes, there is a multiple entry visit visa, but then when you look at those things and all that, then you ask yourself, why not just use the money and just make your permanent resident visa, since is the one for excuse me, since the permanent resident visa for this country, I mean UAE, is quite easy to actually secure. You understand? It's easy to secure. Of course, they are going to make their own check-ins on you and all that. But at the end of the day, it's way better and easier and faster to secure than other countries. So why not just get the residency permit rather than going for a visit visa and all that? Get the residency permit. It will be way easier for you. If you can, try to spend about 6 months here. When you spend about 6 months here, building your credit, or kind of, if possible, build the account balance, bank account and all that. It's still your money. It's still your money. You can pull it out anytime you like. So I would advise, my advice is, if you can come in and then get the permanent residence, the PR here, use it and do whatever you want to do. It's way easier for you. And I'm not saying it is impossible for you to travel with a visit visa from here to Europe. I was made to understand that you can go once you have at least a visit visa over there of that country that you are actually going to. You understand? So that's normally the case. That is the case. I was made to understand by the travel companies. So I believe I've answered your question, and I believe you heard about the advice on your wife's on your wife. If it is advisable, I am going to stick to what I told you. I'm going to stick to what I told you. Your wife can come around, but the both of you are going to be on a visit visa and all that. So yes, you can travel from here to that place. Once you have the visit visa for that place, then you can just go ahead and book your flight and go. You understand? So if it is possible for you guys, you can do it. You can do it. do also try to my own is just an advice. Just the residency is always way better way to actually move if you can. Frank ISO, you have turned an advisor, eh? Corridor integrity. You're welcome, Mr. Corridor. Victor Samuel, you're welcome. With the issue surrounding work permit for Nigerians now, if I have a resident permit, will it be easy to secure a job if you have a resident permit? Mr. Victor Samuel, first of all, yes, you all know what I'm going to say. First of all, officially, there's no ban on Nigerians. There is no ban on Nigerians from the UAE or Nigerians living in UAE, United Arab Emirates, for work permit. There is no official ban on work permit for them. You understand? It's just a few. Some people have been, yes, a good number of persons actually have been having issues with renewing theirs with their country, with their company. You understand? Now you asked the question: if you have the permit, the resident permit, will it be easy to secure a job? If you have a resident permit, yes, you can secure a job. Way many people are securing jobs, my brother, Mr. Samuel. People are securing jobs. The only thing is, would you like the job you actually secured with the resident permit? So that's just it. So, but if you know your way around, my brother, you can secure a job that would actually make things better for you, way better for you. You understand? There is, I made a particular video where I told people, if you have a resident permit here, if you have a resident permit, try to download. There are apps for applications that you can download. First of all, is Ogram, OGRAM. There is another one known as, I think, THA. But the main one I know of is Ogram. They actually give you part-time jobs based on your expertise, your area of expertise. You understand the area you actually know of about. Mostly they get you events jobs like waiters and waitresses. They can send you on a place for just these part-time or temporary jobs. They can send you for security jobs for events and all that. You understand? They are outsourcing people to events and organizations. You understand? So you can work with them for 1 month, and then they pay you. I think they pay about 25th or 30th of the next month. You understand? It takes like a month for them to pay you for the one of last month. So that's the only thing you just have to be is either you're consistent with them also. So the app is known as Ogram, OGRAM. But there are other ones. You can actually go on this thing. Try to Google for part-time application, part-time apps in UAE or in Dubai. Just do it, and then they will ask for your, Mr. Victor, I'm answering your question. They will ask for you to upload your CV based on your area of interest, and you also upload your Emirates ID, the front and the back, I believe. So with that, they will contact you. They will make a kind of try to verify your account, and then they will contact you. Your payments, which they are going to be paying you, is going to be in an exchange or in a bank rather. You're going to have a card, a debit card that you use to withdraw your money. So that's it. So yes, you can get a job if you actually get a resident permit. I sent you a friendship request on Mr. Allison, friendship request on Facebook alongside the message. Can you check, please? Mr. Allison, please, I cannot go online now since I'm live, but I will check it later, I promise you. I'm really sorry for that. I take a while before replying to my messages on especially for these few days that I've been off. Hello, Helsin. Welcome, Helsin Ariane. Welcome. Victor Samuel, is residency visa same as partnership visa? Residency visa, partnership visa, they are all residents. You become a resident here. That's like a general, the residence is just like a general name. You understand? Once you get a visa that actually is not a visit visa and is not a tourist visa, You understand? You become a resident. Once you become a resident, it's like a general name given to all of them. That means you are either going to live here to work or to do your business, whether freelance or partnership visa or husband and wife visa or the one you call residence visa. You understand? They are all, you become a resident of this place. So yes, they are all the same. Thank you for all your time, Mr. Victor, and the good work. You're welcome, Mr. Victor. Thank you too for watching. Please, guys, share this link so that many people will join us, so we can other people will join us, so we can get to they can get to learn what we are talking about. And please, this video will be here on my channel for anyone who wants to watch later. Okay, so are you saying, Mr. Korede, your question? So are you saying one can get PR in UAE in 6 months? It is possible, depending on the country and depending on the route you're going through. It is possible, depending on the country and depending on the route you're going through. I have people who actually secured those in just 1 month, but most of them are actually they went through the study route. They actually applied as students. You understand? That's what I mean. Wait, okay, you're talking about getting permanent residence PR in UAE in 6 months. Yes, yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can enter UAE immediately and then apply immediately for your permanent residence, and it will come out in 2 months. At most 2 months. At most 2 months. You understand? I'm just saying it can actually come out in 1 month. Your permanent residence can actually come out in 1 month. Yes, it can come out in 1 month, but mostly give it 2 months, because there's the first visa that comes out like mostly the employment visa and all that comes out. They give you 2 months on that. Then from there, they start processing you. Go for your medicals, X-rays, and all that. They have attached PCR too, so you have to have that in mind. If you are someone who's running away from PCR, so you'll be doing PCR if you want to go for permanent residence in UAE now. So there's also PCR attached now in the medicals. Aside checking of your blood, yes, they check your blood and all that for things like acute tuberculosis. There's a particular hepatitis that they're actually looking for too. Don't know if it's A, B, or which one. There's also HIVs and all that. So you check all those things. They are going to check all those things in your medicals. Then they take an X-ray of your mostly your chest and all. So now they have recently added PCR. So PCR is added on the medicals that you're going to be going for. So that's it. You can get it in 6 months, in less than 6 months actually. Flourish Femi, thank you to my brother. Thank you to you're welcome. So guys, share this link so others can join us and learn more. Ask your questions, please. Ask any question you have. I'll be answering your questions, and then I'll get back to my own when I'm done answering your question. How do the freelance visa, Mr. Imon, are you lucky? You said, how do the freelance visa and partnership visa work, and how much in Naira is needed? How do the freelance visa and partnership visa work? Be specific. If you ask a question that is a kind of general, I'll answer you generally. I always want you to be specific with what particular question you want to know. What do you want to know about freelance visa? What do you want to know in particular about partnership visa? If you're asking generally, I will give you a general question, reply or response or answer, and that might not be the particular thing you're actually asking for. But then, depending on when you write again for your you write again for the particular question you mean, I'm going to give you a general view of what I know about them, and I believe that will actually get to answer your question, I hope. So how do the freelance visa and partnership visa work, and how much is it in Naira? First of all, for the price range, my brother, for the price range, there is no particular price in particular. Now it depends on the package you want to go for. Some partnership visa or some freelance visa, depending on what you want, what you need. There are some documents that comes with it. So depending on the particular level or the particular package you want, that will determine how much you're going to pay. You understand? There is one that is on the lower category and the lower level. There is one that is like supervisor level, manager level. There is a executive level, a kind of, you understand? The one that maybe you can use and then you are, but most of them really are something like for the one that is going for Nigerians now, which is a 3 years visa, which is the partnership. You understand? So the partnership visa is quite what you can go for now, and you can use it to. You're a partner in a company. Once you get it, you're a partner of a company and all that. You understand? The only thing is, you might not be sharing. Might not be active in sharing the dividends of the shares of the company. You understand? Being the fact that you needed them to be the sponsor and all that. Most of these things are security reasons, and it makes it easier for them to track for you, for them to track you, or for you to be tracked in event of if you commit anything, my brother. So you need to be careful so you can, because you can easily be tracked using whichever place or whichever people you applied, company you applied as a partner. So you be careful. So I'm going to give you a price range again, my brother. I said it in my previous video. I'm still going to say it again. It's a price range of about 9,500 to about 14,000, depending on the package you want and depending on the travel company or agency that is making your visa for you. So between 9,500 and 14,000 dirham. Any amount that I mentioned here, for you to get it in naira, just multiply it by 157. That's 9,500 times 157, or 14,000 times 157. It might be 9,005, it might be 10,005, it might be 12,005, it might be 14,000, depending on the package you want. Each package has its own documents that it comes with. You understand? So each one has its own level. So multiply by 157 and then get to know what is actually needed. Hello, Alison. I know. I'm sorry about that. So yes, partnership visa is the one that is working currently for Nigerians. Imona, I'm talking to you. That's the one that is working currently for Nigerians, and yes, you can use it to get a job. And use it to get a job, either part-time job or normal month-to-month job. How much is the cost in naira? Is the cost? Corridor, what are you asking for? I just said it now. The PR, which is the resident visa or the permanent visa, which is going through for Nigerians, it ranges between 9,500 to about 14,000. That is it, Mr. Corridor. Going on study package to UAE, sir, how much will it cost? Study package, my brother, you have to contact the institution first. You have to contact the institution first. When you're offered an admission, you can use it to apply for your visa, so you can be issued a student visa. Yes, there is a student visa. So I think they have a student visa of 1 year. So you get to secure your this thing first. Secure your admission in the school, then we'll talk about that. Alison, yes, okay, thank you. I'm really sorry. Really sorry, Alison. Okay, my question: does cancelled visa on your first job in UAE affect your chances of having a new job? Does cancelled visa on your first job in UAE affect your chances of having a new job? No, Alison, except you have any case. Excuse me, guys. Except you have any case. Now, first of all, most jobs in UAE, when you actually have like you're on a contract, the contract is unlimited contract. Excuse me, guys. When you're in a contract and your contract is unlimited contract, or actually even both of the contracts, you always have 6 months, 6 months probational period in which you're going to work with your employer. And mostly you are not expected to resign during this probational period. You can only resign after that if your contract is on unlimited. If your contract is unlimited, you understand. So you're expected to work at least 6 months. There is no nothing will affect you except you have a case with your people, except there is any other thing in particular, but nothing will affect you if you get to resign your job, but it has to be after 6 months. But with the new labor, there's a new labor law introduced. So we are working and watching on that, which is why it is still maybe advisable you just go on your personal partnership visa if you can. The new labor law is pushing things like it's a limited contract in which once you take it, a limited contract of about 3 years, limited single contract of about 3 years. So when you go in, it is limited, means you cannot cancel. You have to serve up to that 3 years before you can actually cancel it. So you can only cancel when you agree with your own boss. You understand? When you agree with your own boss, it's an agreement between you and your boss. That is when you can cancel. Then another thing is, if you actually maybe you want to transfer from your current job to the next job, I think there has to be a kind of an agreement between your boss and the job boss of the new company, and then they have to kind of refund your company, your previous company. We are getting more light in it. As far as we get more light, we are going to tell you what is obtainable. Sometimes what is actually written down is different, comes to be different with what is being practiced. So we don't want to give you guys more hope or more disappointment. So let's get what is practicable before we actually go on and talk to you guys much about the new law. So we need to be careful of that. You say, please, what is the price range for managers and supervisors level of partnership visa? Okay, managers and supervisors level. Mr. Victor, you should be looking at between 12,005 to about 14,000 dirham. 12,005 to about 14,000 dirham if you want to get to the higher level. That is, it will come with documents that you can use to maybe start up businesses and possibly start up your own company, and it can actually help you in securing bigger jobs. Victor, some of the jobs I am looking at are professional jobs like working as a civil engineer, construction manager, site supervisor, or HSE. HSE, that's a safety and environment, project manager, PMP related jobs, not unskilled jobs like security workers and the likes. Mr. Victor, that's a nice one, a very nice one. Once you have your qualifications or certifications to back it up, it's very okay. The Gulf nations, particularly Dubai, Gulf nations, particularly Dubai, especially Dubai, I mean, is they are actually always building stuff. So I believe if you are coming here for such positions, you have made your research well. You already made your research as well, and then you can actually get to apply for that, and it will, you can actually get the job. The thing is, would you like the particular ones? There will be jobs. Once you know what you're doing, you have your certifications, I will even advise you to start applying from home. Yeah, project management is a good one when it comes to Dubai or UAE as a whole. So they are always building new things. They are always new construction stuff. Always construction companies are really making it here in UAE, even in Dubai to be precise. So you can even get your job from over there. Sorry if I mistook your question for the other lower jobs. Jabi, you're welcome. Visa overstay fine information. Mr. Jabi, you're welcome. Visa overstay, I said something earlier. I'm still going to say it again, although I have something like that, but since you asked, I'm going to chip it out. I have something like that I wanted to say before. Visa overstay fine information. Mr. Jabin, for both Dubai and Abu Dhabi mostly, even some other Emirates, what I would advise is this: if you can, most the information I got, or rather, I'm going to, like, when I finish my videos, people normally get to like chat me inbox. You understand? Although I prefer you to ask your questions on YouTube, either here on live or maybe later. Always ask it on YouTube. I reply directly immediately. It takes me time to answer on Facebook, but I do answer. I do reply. So when I like collected the questions, it means most people are actually afraid, and I know why. Yes, I understand. I actually expected that. Most people are afraid to actually expect. I'm talking about people who are on overstay. They're actually afraid of going to the immigration in particular. Some are also afraid of going to Tasheil, even though Tasheil will not do you anything. Tasheil is not going to do you anything. You understand? Tasheil is there for you. They are friendly, very friendly, and they don't arrest people in Tasheil. No, they don't. Even immigration, they are not at the moment. But due to the fact that so many persons are actually afraid of going to the immigration, so you can, yes, somebody asked something like this earlier. You can send someone to go for you. You can send someone to go for you for, let the person, just provide the person with photocopies of your overstay visa, the visa you did last that actually expired. Give the person the photocopy. Give the person the your photocopy of your international passport. You understand? If it is a company that is going for you, you send a scanned copy of these two for them to international, your expired visa and your international passport. You have to go and check for how much you're owing, and then they get to pay up. If you want that, if you want to know more about this, especially for Abu Dhabi reduction, please refer to my previous video that we did last, the previous live video that we did last. You will see where I wrote it there: overstay reduction. That one is for Abu Dhabi people. You understand? So if you want to do it in Dubai, get someone that will go to the immigration with your papers. Let the person go with their own Emirates ID. If you're a girl, if you're a lady, let a lady go for you. If you're a guy, and that's a man, let another man go for you. You understand? So a boy for a boy, a girl for a girl. Understand what I mean? Let the person go. If the person has ATM card, let them go with it, because if they're going to pay any money, that is what they will need. They will need a card, an ATM card where there is money deposited. That's what they use in the offices. You understand? Everything might not cost up to 2,000 for you, but the amount of money you're going to pay depends on how much they are able to decide, and it depends on how long overstay you have. Yes, that is what I figured out from people who have gone for theirs. Yes, the first thing people, they normally ask, they will check your overstay and check everything, check to make sure you don't have abscond, because if you have abscond, you have to go settle with whoever put the abscond on you first before you can come back. You understand? So you can as well send people. For those of you who are afraid of going, you can send people. That is how these agencies that are making money from you, that is how they make their money. You send, they ask you, they request for your Emirates ID. They request for your international passport and your expired visa, and then they go this for you. They send a guy if you're a guy. They send a lady if you're a lady. That's how they normally do it. You understand? And then they get to charge you for it, depending. So when they are charging you, it's not all of them that is like charging really that much. It's not all of them. Some are actually, yes, some are actually greedy, but some are just doing it normally. It's a normal thing. It's a normal thing that, depending on your overstayed, how long you have overstayed in the country, that determines how much your fine is going to be reduced. Let me tell you again, there is no amnesty. They are not removing the whole money. They are reducing. They can only reduce it. And please, it is an application you are applying to see if they can reduce it. So what we see is that most times, let's say you apply about 10 persons apply, maybe they might grant about eight of them, sometimes nine. Sometimes it takes time for them to do that. So it depends on, it also depends on when it is convenient for them to apply, and then when it is convenient for them to approve it for you. But when you apply, they normally do it. And but what I will always try to advise you guys is, whenever they get to apply for such and you get a reduction, please always be ready to legalize yourself. Always be ready for you to get a visa. This time you can get a 3 month visa. Yes, it is advisable. Don't go for 1 month, please. Please, it's not, I wouldn't advise you to go for that. Try to get at least, it is not a must that you must go for partnership visa or any residence visa, but if you have the money, you can go for it. If you don't, you can go for 3 months visa. The person who did that of Abu Dhabi the last time I told you on my previous video, that was what she did. Once she got her approval, which she has a few months, some months of overstay. You understand? It's up to 5 months, if not more than 5 months and all that. So they told her to pay about 1,050 dirham, Abu Dhabi Emirates. So she paid that, and then coupled with other money that she paid, and then everything was still under 1,500 dirhams. And then she made her own visa. She applied for her 3 month visa. So that's it. So guys, continue asking your question. Mr. Jabin, I hope I have answered your question. You can go for immigration. After the immigration, they will direct you. You go for Tashil. Go to Tashil. Then from there, that is where you pay for the money. They say you should pay with whatever documents they have given you in immigration. That's where you go. The next place you go is to the Tashil, and everything will be sorted out there. How easy is it getting any of the aforementioned on partnership visa? Okay, Mr. Samuel, by any of the aforementioned, you mean PMP? Nothing is easy, Mr. Victor Samuel. Nothing is ever easy. That easy, like that. If it's easy, this is a job you're talking about. People should stop looking for things that are easy. You understand? There are so many persons looking for the same job with you. If you want something that is easy to actually get, what do I tell you now? Maybe you look for a course, or rather something that nearly doesn't exist, something out of the moon. Maybe by then you will be among maybe first 5%, the only 5 or 10 persons looking that are actually in that field in the world. Yes, by then it can be easy for you to get a job. Maybe nothing is easy, my brother. Nothing is easy to actually get. Some people said in their music, they said if it's easy, then it's a setup. Some will say if it's easy, then it's a child's play. You understand? So nothing is easy. Yes, you have chances of securing a job, but equally know that there are other people in the same field as you who are trying to secure jobs in that same field. So that's what I have to say, Mr. Victor. Mr. Jabin, I believe I've answered your question. You repeated that. Mr. Victor, somebody said you answered my question right, spot on. It was helpful. You're welcome, Mr. Victor. You're welcome. Guys, write your questions, any question you have. So, Mr. Victor, when I say easy, the easy concept is in comparison to the Nigerian scenario or reality. You know, as it is in Nigeria. Yeah, my brother. Yeah. You know, most times back home over there, for you to even get a job over there, how do I put it? It's payment. I know somebody through, I know this person, I know this person, and most time they do it according to the money they want to spend for the project. And so they give people who wouldn't talk or stuff like that. So over here you have more chances because compared to back home, there are more projects. There are more projects here, and they are way. If you compare the transparency from here, transparency of getting jobs here and that of back home, it is way better here. If you ask me to grade from a scale of 1 to 10, I would say the possibility of you getting a job here is 7, and not getting is 3. And then compared to back home, and over there is 3. You can take 3, they can take the 3. You understand? So the possibility of you getting a job here is between 6 and 7. So I believe that's a good one. So that's it, my brother. Ask your question, guys. Share this video so that people will join us, and then please know that this video will be on my YouTube channel when we are actually done with this, and then you can go back. You can always go back and watch everything. So ask your questions while you are on that. Let me continue with what I actually have for you guys. A visa to go with overstay. Okay, I think I've talked about this. The visa that you actually have to make when you actually reduce your overstay. Visa to go with. After you reduce your overstay, you can go with the visit visa. As at this moment, for Abu Dhabi, Emirates overstay persons, you can go with overstay or tourist visa. 3 months. 3 months, guys. 3 months. Then with the next is with the immigration deport me for overstay. The immigration will not deport you, but since most of us are actually afraid of that, if immigration is deporting them, I can tell you, you can actually send someone. If you're a guy, send a guy. If you're a lady, send a lady. But watch my previous videos so that you can know what they will go with. Things like their ATM card, which is loaded with money. ATM card of this place, not ATM back of your bank back home. The ATM card for banks here, which they need to put money. I mean, you have to do it for them because you are the one they're going for. Then photocopies of your international passport and the visa, expired visa, which you use on violate. And then, of course, their own Emirates ID. For a guy, it's the guy's Emirates ID. For a lady, it's a lady's Emirates ID. They can go for you at least. If they go for the immigration, you can now go for the tashel yourself. You understand? Since most people are afraid of immigrations. So once they are done there, then you can go for the other ones. Abscond or blacklist cases. If you have abscond or blacklisting cases, you have to remove it first with the people that have actually put you on that. Maybe your employer or maybe your whoever sponsored your visa has put you on abscond. You have to settle that with them. Yes, there are people who actually deal on this abscond. There is also I'm still going to make a good research on this abscond, you understand? But I also heard that you can get the number on your visa. They normally tell you in case if your agent made a visa for you and you don't know the sponsors of those visa, you can go and find out from either immigration or tashel. They will tell you, they will give you the number, the registration number of such company, and you can use it to locate them. You understand? I mean, with the registration number of the company, they can give you the address of the company, and then you can use it to locate them. So they will take out, I think, with a little money, under 1,000 dirham, should be under 1,000 dirham. They should be able to remove the abscond for you. If it is a family or maybe an employer, you have to plead with them because it has to be a mutual. I heard they are the only people who can remove it. Only your sponsor can remove the abscond, I believe. So, but if I get any alternating messages, I will let you know. I will bring it to your own. I'll keep you guys abreast of that. So the next is immigration. Okay, I've answered this one. If you're scared, go. You can get someone, and you can also go with a lady. So it's the next one is, please, yes, this is very, very important. This is a this is a general. I keep saying this and I'm going to keep saying it. We keep having issues of people who are actually not saving money, and because of that you enter overstay. Because of that, you end up having issues here, that you end up not having a job. Possibly when you end up not having a job, you slide into overstay. From overstay, you might not even have a roof over your head. So I need you guys, I'm going to keep and continue saying this, guys, please, please, and please always try to save money. You don't have to take money back home or every month. You don't have to send money back home every month, always sending money back home. Those people over there in back home are actually making they eat better food than you eat here. You and I know that. They eat fresh food. They do. Even though someone is sick back home, if you are not there, if you are not alive or something, they would have been able to survive without you. What is the need that you keep sending money back home? You keep sending money back home, and then when something hits, when you know that anything can be possible here, anything can just happen. That is why so many of our people here are stranded at this moment. I'm sorry to say this, but so many people are stranded at this moment, especially those who are in housemaid, security job, and cleaning jobs, the lower level jobs. That is why some of them cannot actually make their own visa. I'm sorry to say that, but we need to always save. We need to always save. Secure your ground first, because if you when you it is when you stand with two legs that you can now get to think about supporting someone else. If you are not standing, there is no way, and you're standing with one leg and you want to support another person, the both of you will fall. And trust me, when the both of you fall, it is going to be way worse for you in particular. Yes, for you in particular, your own case is going to be way worse. If it is someone back home, they have better chances. Nobody is pursuing them for house rent. Nobody is pursuing them for visa. Come and do visa. Come and do this one. In fact, this visa of a thing, nobody is pursuing them around or telling them you enter overstay. They are not looking over their shoulders and you know how it is over here when you're not without a visa. You can't walk fine. You can't walk around fine. You always watch over your shoulder when you're going around, and there are so many things you're restricted to doing, so many things you cannot do just because you don't have a visa. So always strive to save that money for yourself. Save the money and guarantee your stay here before you think of helping people back home. If you must help somebody back home, my dear, 100 dirham or 150 dirham, depending on how much you are earning, is a big money now. So you can send 100 or 150, depending. I am not saying that if you have kids back home, you shouldn't take care of them or anything. The people who I'm talking to, they know themselves. Secure your stay here. Once you ensure your stay here is secured, you can do any other thing. I'm talking about people who actually get to end up when something happens and you say you don't have money with you, you don't have money for visa change, you don't have money for even if it's the best space, you don't even have money for that. I mean, how can you cope when you don't have money for visa change? How can you get a job? How can you get to live when you don't have a roof over your head? How? So always try to plan that. The first thing first is to even get a visa, because you might be able to get someone who can be able to accommodate you at least for some time. But if you have a visa, at least it's nice. If you don't have a visa, that is a problem. That is where the problem starts. That is where the problem comes in. You understand? Because so many jobs now, even if you're, yes, there might be jobs that you can do or things that you can do without a visa, but then it is limited. And someone without a visa, the person who actually takes you on for a job can actually just use you anyhow they like and then throw you away. So try to always have your own visa. Try to always save so you can make your own visa. Mr. Allison, you said thanks. Okay, Miss Allison, sorry. You say, thanks for the answers, Pascal. How much is the 3 months visa change? It depends on your country. Depends on your country. 3 months visa change, if it is for Africans, ranges between 1,000 dirham to about 1,900 or 2,000 dirham if you're an African. The reason I took it up that high is that for Nigerians, your visa change is 3 months visa change. It's 3 months visa change is for when you are inside here. 3 months visa change is between 19 and 2,000, depending. Now, if you are under 35, may God help. So everything, it depends. So Alabintam, Yetunde, you're welcome. Alabintam, please, I have a 6 months old baby and I'm planning on coming to Dubai by August this year, and I don't have anyone to help me look after my baby. Please, can I bring my baby along? Yes, you can bring your baby along. Get to make a passport. Get to make a passport, an international passport. Yes, even if it's a baby, you just make an international passport for the baby. But then it means you have to, it depends on your stay here. Are you going to make a permanent residence and you have documents stating that you are the mother of the baby from back home? And yes, if you're going to make a permanent visa, sorry, a residence visa, your baby, you can make the one that your baby will have to be under you. You understand? Everything will have to there. Everything has to be documented. It has to be documented. At Labington, please remind me on this on my Facebook. Chat me on Facebook if you can. I'll make more research for you on this. Meanwhile, I'll have to put it down. I have to write it down. Okay. Sorry, guys. Just need to write this down because I need to make more research on that. Need to ask questions, make more research on it. That's Olabintan. I hope you understand what I mean. Try to chat me and remind me on my Facebook Messenger. My name on Facebook Messenger is Pascal Amy, Pascal. Alice in Tagang. I'm your neighbor from Cameroon. Okay, Miss Alison. Okay, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. The visa change for Cameroonian should be around 1,300. It shouldn't exceed 1,500. That's for visa change for Cameroonians. But if you when you need the exact person, chat me on if you can chat me on Messenger. I will on Facebook Messenger. I will get you the exact price. Nsima 18, you're welcome at Nsima. Hi, pal. Please, is there? Hello, Nsima. Please, is there an agency in Lagos that is in charge of sending people over there to work? I don't have any agency in Lagos. I don't know of anyone, so I wouldn't recommend any for you. I would advise you if you actually need a job here in UAE. I would advise you to try and come with a 3 months. Come in with a 3 months visa, and then you can actually try to secure a job if that is what you actually want. That is what I will advise. Yes, it is hard at the moment. If you can wait a little, you can. But people are still coming in, and I'm not going to lie to you. People are still coming in, and they are still getting jobs. You understand? They are getting jobs. Guys, there are free zone companies. There are free zone companies that are still giving jobs to Nigerians, and for that one, they make visa for you. Yes, their own visa is going. Free zone companies, their visas are going through. People are getting jobs there under free zone. Sometimes now, I actually had this as one of my things or notes to share with you today. But I'm going to, since it's coming in under this question. I'm going to tell you guys. For those of you who are actually applying for jobs and you're saying LLC companies don't give jobs and all that, LLC companies, this LLC company, limited liability companies, yes, they are under the labor, and those are the ones that are finding it difficult to renew or offer a work, get work permit for Nigerians. But then I want to tell you this. I'm talking about Nigerians. I want to tell you this. Please, it doesn't mean you should stop applying, even if it says LLC. Let me tell you something. Some of these LLC companies, they still have people on Freezone visa working for them. Yes, you have securities on this in these companies. Most security companies, or some security companies, are under the Freezone and they work with these people. You have cleaners working for them. Most most cleaning companies are on Freezone. Yes. Now, these companies that you are calling LLC, they might have opened. How much does it cost for them to open a company under Freezone? You might actually get a job in an LLC company, and then they have a branch on Freezone, or they have a company that they opened on under Freezone. With that, they can use it to get you a visa, a 3 years visa, and then you get to work with them. That is how some are doing it. Some companies are doing so. So you can as well try. You can as well try and get to be what's the word again? Get a job with LLC companies. Even at that, keep going for the interviews. Keep pushing. You will get it. You will get it. It's easier. It can always be easy when you get to push. It is not when you stay at home or when you stay back and you keep brooding and saying there is no job, there is no job. When you keep staying back, you will not find. It's only when you go out that you get to find. Okay, if you want to go for the free zones, target the free zones. Try to go online. Google for list of free zone companies. Google for it. You can get these companies. You know them by any company that has FZE at the end, or it will have FZ, or they will write it full free zone. Depending on the emirate, each emirate actually has their free zone. You understand? So, but mostly it's mostly always Dubai. In Dubai, if you can get that of Dubai, it's always cool. It's always okay. So try to get a list of these companies. Try to figure out their addresses. If you can't, when you are googling it, you can also get the phone number for the companies. You can see if they are closed or not. Google shows you when, from the time they actually open and to the time they actually close. If you watch well, when you search for the list of the names, they give you the website. If you can apply on the website direct, and then you can also after applying on the website, you can also target the address of the company. Go there with your CV. Prepare, dress fine, and go there with your CV. You might actually be taken on that day. You can drop your CV and you might actually be called the next day. Like I said, even if it is an LLC company, go there. Try it out. They might have a branch, or they might have opened another company. It just costs money to, in the present sensation, my brother, my sister, it only takes money for them to open a company, just for them to pay money and get the license. They don't necessarily need to have a particular place, but it depends on the particular thing they are dealing in. You understand? So they can actually get you registered under the free zone license, and then you're working with them or working for them in an LLC company. It is very, very possible. It's very possible, guys. So have that in mind. So the next thing is this please, I'd like to advise people, if I should send you to any agency or to any person, I direct you to any person for any kind of service, for them to render you any kind of service. Those people, I am not associated with them in any way. They don't pay me for anything. I am not in any way associated with them. So the only thing I do is to get to refer you to them so you can get to know. So if I should refer you to any of these agencies, travel agencies, job agencies, or anything, please try to use your own discretion, use your own mind, use your discretion. I normally tell you things. If you're going for a job and it's a job company that actually take service charge for giving you a job or for outsourcing you to a company, let me tell you something. Use your discretion. When you get there, ask if they have the job you want. When they list the job, you ask them again, when are they taking you? If they say yes, they are taking you to the job on that day, before maybe you can pay for the service charge. If they are not taking you on that day, please don't pay anything. Be on your own. Keep your money, keep the service charge for yourself. Take their contact, and then you can go back, and then from time to time you either check their WhatsApp status to know the jobs, the current jobs they post, or their Facebook posting, or you get to contact them, call them on phone to ask them if the job you wanted, you want is available. If it is, if they say yes before you get to go and pay for the service charge. If not, please don't pay. Please don't pay them any service charge. Only pay them when the service is available. I am not liable to any company. I am not associating or affiliated to any company at all. This is just Pascal Argo, and this is just me and my YouTube channel. I'm not associated to anyone. My own is just to help recommend these places. I find them out and recommend for you. But use your own head, like an African man would say. Use your head. Use your discretion. Don't go there and say, okay, I said you should do this one, I said this one, and because I recommended it. No, always use your head, even though the place has been recommended by me. That's what I have to say on that. Have any question? If you have any question, guys, just ask. I still have some things, a few things that I need to share with you here that I pointed out, so I'm sharing it. So the next thing is okay, I've shared this one. You can apply for job anywhere. You can apply for job anywhere, even if it is LLC or Freezone. The next, degree in Dubai or home. Okay, somebody asked this question, if it is better for them to get a degree in Dubai. You're welcome, Martin Sima. You're welcome. If there's anything you asked before and you're not clear, anybody, if you're not clear of anything, let me know. I will reply. I will respond again. I will talk about it again. So somebody asked if it is better for them to get their degrees back home or here in Dubai. My friend, I would say it is costly. If you have the money, you can come here, because over here you'll be paying for your visa, you'll be paying for your house rent, you'll be paying for the cost of living is higher than over there. But then if you have a job that can sustain you for all these things, then why not? Or if you have the money at inception from over there, from back home, you can come over and you can apply for the schools, and then you go for it. You understand? But first, I will advise, if it is possible, you get a job to support yourself first, then you can go for this schooling. But if you have the money, yes, you can apply direct to the school. Come here, get your PR, your permanent residence, and continue with your schooling. You understand? You can as well maybe get a job to sustain you up to, like, a side hustle while you're going to school. Pylon Zonalon, welcome. I hope you guys are subscribed to my channel. I'm seeing some new faces, or rather some new names. Can I get a job on LLC company with freelance visa? Yes, it depends on the company. Yes, you can get a job under an LLC company with freelance visa, but most of them are always difficult about this. But then it depends on the service you're actually rendering to them. If the service, or rather the position you're going for, most times they allow, if you're on a freelance visa, most times they allow the top positions for you to work with your personal visa, for the top positions, you understand? But recent, even most warehouse jobs have been accepting freelance visas, partnership visas, basically any type of permanent resident visa. You understand? So most of them, most of warehouse jobs or warehouse assistant jobs have been accepting uh, permanent resident visa holders for warehouse jobs. You can do that, and you can as well, if you're good at that, they can bump you up to the level or to the position of a supervisor, depending on how long you've been with them, or depending on how meticulous you are while working. So those are the chances you can actually get. Yes, it is possible that you get a job in an LLC company with freelance visa. Yes, it is. So still on the degree course, getting a degree, there is no age limit. But I will say this: there's no age limit for you to come here and study. But I will say this: uh, I will also add this actually. Once you're 16 years, you're up to 16 years, you are allowed to get a job, work, but you are not allowed to work more than a certain hour. I think about 4 hours per day or something for you, 4 or 5 hours from 16 years. You can get a side job, can be working while going to school, while schooling over here. So if you are from 16 years up, yes, you can be studying and you can be working. You understand? So when you are over 18 and 21, you already know you can figure things out for yourself. So, but it's always way cheaper back home. So if you can, get your things back from back home. For someone who is saying, Is it needed for you? What is needed is, do you need to attest your results or your degree or whichever courses you need before coming over to study, do some courses, some short courses over here? No, you don't. You don't need to attest your certifications for that. Meanwhile, you need attestation. If you can attest the highest of your results, especially if you have more than if you have from like your diploma or bachelor's in education, all these B.Ed courses, bachelor's in this, your diploma courses and all that, you can attest your certification on that, or your BSc, whichever other certification you have that is maybe higher than your high school certification courses or certification, your high school certification. Go and do attestation of those ones at your Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Try to attest that, and then it will help you at long run. You don't need it. You don't need it for you to actually secure some jobs here, but the need might arise when maybe you are in a particular job and you need to upgrade to a higher position. The need might actually rise for that particular one, so you can get to do that. And some of us who actually want to travel from here to the next place, like out to either Europe or the Americas, North Americas, you can actually be asked to provide such documents. You understand? So that is why you need the attestation. You can do it back home. It's way cheaper when you do it back home than when you come here. From here, it will cost you a whole lot. It costs you a whole lot of money. It can cost as much as 1,000 dirham or more for just one document. So it is very possible, depending on who is doing it for you, though. So it's way better that you attest back home before coming here. Meanwhile, you don't really need it for the short courses that you're going to be doing here. No, it's not a prerequisite. Somebody asked something, I think maybe I jumped that. If you are on overstay, can you go for courses? Can you go for if you are on overstay, can you go for these short courses, maybe CNA courses? Yes, you can go for the courses. It's the institutes that are actually going for this business, or they are introduced, are taking you on these courses. Their business, they are open for business. You understand? So nothing concerns them. They are not immigration. Nothing concerns them, and if the fact that you are illegal or not, if you're illegal or not legal in this place, whether you're illegal or legal, nothing concerns them. They just need, maybe they can just ask for your, they just need where they can spell your name very well. That's just it. Sometimes they ask you for photocopy of your international passport just to see the right spelling of your name, because they don't know the right spelling. And maybe if they tell you to write it down, maybe they might not see what you're writing. So that's the reason why they might actually get to ask for such as registration. They are a business setup, and so they want money. They are not going to make things difficult for you. So that is it. That is what I want you guys to know. For hotel booking, somebody asked about hotel booking before I came up online, so I took it down to reply you here. You asked on the, when I actually laid out this the reminder for this video. You said you want to book your wife, so your wife will be coming in the next 5 or 6 months, that you want to book from now, like 5 months to the time you want to book a hotel. You can try that. You can try, but everything depends. Right now in Dubai, hotels are really costly, so I believe they are going to book, rather they are going to charge you according to the present rate. After the expo, hotels are high because of the expo program or expo event that has been going on since last year. You understand? Since last year, October. So after expo, everything, the prices are going to go down. The prices will go down, especially for hotels. So I'm just intimating you, it is not the best time for you to book, but if you want, you can. You might actually get a place or a hotel that can actually give you that, being the fact that it's on a long time. But for me, if you ask me, I think maybe if you give it like a month to when she's coming, it's still okay. A month to when she's coming in. Expo will end by next month's ending. By March ending, Expo events will end up, and then everything will go back to normal. Pretty much everything went up when the Expo event came. I don't think it's not even the government that is causing it. It's individuals who actually tend to like bump up the businesses and all that, because they notice an influx of people into the country. So that's it. You can just make it a month to when your wife is coming in. You can book for the place. So the last thing I have, okay, that's the last thing I have. That's the last, not the least deal, but everything I want to talk about. I'm going to be making a research on this baby, bringing a baby to Dubai. So if you have any questions, ask me. Otherwise, maybe I'm about to end this. Go and watch this video on my YouTube channel. Watch the previous videos, and then we'll get to you get to learn more. I uploaded a video today. On how you can make decisions. Check it out. How to choose the best course for a better salary. How to choose the courses. Although some of the courses that I actually use are smaller ones, but you can use it to make a decision on the particular courses you can go for, either back home or here in Dubai, in whichever country that you are in. So you can use that particular knowledge I gave there to actually get to make decision on the courses you can actually go for, on what you want. You understand? So watch the video that I just posted so you can know how to choose a course that can help you grow, or a course that will help you settle your immediate needs immediately, course that can help you provide money. Just watch it. That's the last video that I posted by 3 p.m. today. Mr. William, you're welcome. Pylon, you're welcome. Mr. William Omokore, you are like, you said, please, you're welcome, Williams. Please, I want to ask, how long does it take for tourist visa to be out? I paid an agent to apply for tourist visa for a lady since February 8th. Till now, the visa is not yet out. Phew. Sorry about that, Mr. Williams. First of all, for the lady, has the lady been out of the country before? That's one. Is the lady an underaged? That's two. Then three, how credible is the agent you actually applied the visa with? But today is you applied on the 8th. Today is 12th. Today is 12th. That's about please give your agent up to 7 days. Give your agent up to 7 days. Uh, Equally, I'm going to tell you this. There is a new UAE day, sorry, new UAE weekends. You understand? Friday is actually a half day for working. Saturday is a weekend. Sunday is now a weekend over here too. So give your agent from Monday, Tuesday. Then after Tuesday, you can on the evening of Tuesday, you can get to disturb them. You understand? Just give them a reminder on Monday and Tuesday. So with the new, because with the new UAE holidays, they, as I'm talking to you, Saturday, Sunday, they don't work. The government offices or the visa application offices, they don't get to work. You understand? The immigration doesn't work. So there's no how one can apply for visa. If you gave him the money on the 8th, maybe he didn't get to pay it in on time, or maybe he paid it in, or he or she paid it in, but the application was not done on time at the office. Maybe because there's always a tons and tons of visa applications coming in for the country, for this country. So give the person at least till Tuesday, so you can get to ask them out. But normally it takes about, say, between 24 hours to about 3 days for your visa to come out. So if the person doesn't have that issue of under 35 years, and they don't have any travel issues, you understand, they are not blacklisted in any way, then their visa should come out. If the person is underage, it might have a little rough time, but it will come out. It will. So give your agent, whoever you gave the money, give them some time, and definitely it will come out. So that's what I have for you guys for the day. This video is available on the channel once I log out. It is available on the channel. You can always go back and watch. You can go back and watch the previous ones. Today we talked about so many things, ranging from reduction and the conditions you can use to go for that reduction of overstay. We talked about who should go for you, if someone can go for you or not. So if someone can go for you for the overstay reduction or not, just go back to the beginning of the video. You will get to see that. We also talked about what you should go with and all that, abscond, and how you can get to handle it, absconding. We talked about you saving money. We talked about how you can, or how you should deal with some agencies, especially when it comes to job agencies that take service charge. We talked about companies you should apply to, if you should apply to LLC companies or not as a Nigerian, that because of the work permit. So go back, you're going to this thing where I advise you, yes, you can apply to LLC companies. Go back and then get to know, find out information about this on the video. Once I log out, it is going to be available. You can tell your friends, you can chat me under the video, and then I get to reply you on the questions. With that said, love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Prepare your questions, and let's get to see tomorrow, and then we get to know. You're welcome, Mr. Williams Omokori. You're welcome. Love you guys.